Let's hear it for Tiago.
Hi, my name is Tiago and I'm the CTO of UX. We're an African-based IT company and we are from Mozambique. So what UX does is we create recruitment platforms using locally relevant technologies. We have, for instance, a text-to-web service for people that don't have access to the internet, but they can use their mobile phones. We have a web portal where companies can publish, register, and recruit candidates. And we also have a service for companies to measure employer performance. So we started 2 years ago, and we bootstrapped, and we became the biggest online job board in Mozambique currently. Our clients include USAID, embassies, mostly recruitment agencies, and myself, I am the CTO. We're two co-founders. And as a CTO, I have a background as a technical consultant for the World Bank, for UNICEF, for PricewaterhouseCoopers and Microsoft. And our CEO, who's currently in Mozambique, he was the country manager for LG Electronics. So the global recruitment market currently is valued at around $370 billion. More than half of that is for emerging markets. And what we want to do now is to internationalize our platforms, and we're looking for $500,000 to turn them into a turnkey solution to quickly deploy on emerging markets. Our exit strategy is going to be to sell our IP to an international recruitment agency, possibly PeopleConnect. And this is our story. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tiago. Tiago, Scott?
So I liked the pitch. How do you make money?
Well, we have a software as a service subscription model. Corporation pay us per month to use all our platforms.
Then the corporations post a job and there's text that go back and forth?
We have different platforms depending on your needs, and it's a modular system. So if you want to recruit workers with no access to the internet, you use one platform. The embassy and USAID, they pay us to use our online software services. So they can filter candidates that register their CVs, and they filter them in 2 minutes, what usually would take them 3 or 4 hours.
Clearly, emerging markets are a vast platform, and there's an enormous range of needs in each emerging market.
So our specialty, as I said, it was in technologies that are relevant for these markets. So this year we're moving to Angola. We already have, the way we can move there is we get local partners that take care of the local logistics, and we centralize all our software. So basically we're licensing with local partners to attack these markets very efficiently. And depending on what the cultural values and technology of those markets, we use one or other of our modules.
Bob?
So I mean, to me, it's a niche. I feel like it's niche. It's interesting. I guess, what's the nature of the competition? I mean, I'm wondering, is there a lot out there, or are you just in such a niche and it's so hard to do that you're it? Or so what do you see?
Yeah, what I see is that our specialty is in software, right? And how recruitment works in emerging markets is that a lot of it is outsourced. And the problem is that the countries in these markets, they don't have a local reference where people go to the website often. So people are using LinkedIn and other platforms, but they are not locally relevant. And these countries suffer from brain drain, right? So people living abroad, that studying abroad, that would be finding good opportunities, they don't have a place to go and find out. And this is what we create. We create local job websites that attract all these people.
David, on your right.
Thanks. I really love coming to these events because I have no idea when I wake up what kind of companies are pitching, and this is something that I would never have anticipated. I'm glad that you exist. I love that you're doing this. It's a really nice thing. Investors know to go where the money is, and Mozambique is probably not where the money is. No offense to Mozambique or anything, it's just the reality of it all. And this seems like one of these kind of double bottom line plays where you're doing something that's socially good, at the same time you might make some money. And have you explored, the alternative sources of financing, governmental financing, nonprofit financing, grants, foundations, all that stuff? Because I'd love to see something like this work, but if you can get some, called dumb money, because government money tends to be pretty dumb as a rock. If you can get some dumb money, in addition to investor money, that might make this whole thing work.
Can I reply?
Yes.
We already made it work. This is the thing. We bootstrapped with no funding. We became the biggest online recruitment platform in Mozambique. What we want to do is to use the things that we learned and the technology that we created to quickly attack other markets. And if it works, we're not investing a lot of money there, but if it picks up, it dominates the whole market, becomes a reference for recruitment there. So think of micro monster job boards that everybody knows, but that are specific for that market.
Neil, did you have a question? Can you do feedback?
I can do this feedback.
All right, do this feedback. Tiago, just the mic.
So I heard a couple other things that are interesting in the U.S. market. One is you said, they do a CV review in 2 minutes that would normally take something longer, like an hour. I don't remember what exactly, but that has, if you really have some unique technical advantage there, that's a huge problem in the U.S. in this space. The other thing that I think we underestimated, we live in this little bubble in Silicon Valley where everybody's got high bandwidth connection. The rest of the country in Peoria, they may not have high bandwidth connection. So some of the technology that you have may have applicability in the U.S. just as it has applicability in the rest of the developing world.
Any other feedback, Bob or Sophia?
Well, I thought it was really, like David said, very interesting. And as you go, you never can tell. I was trying to get at a little cookie, right? What could the cookie be, and if you can add other cookies? And if there isn't a lot of competition because it's so hard, and maybe there wouldn't be a lot of competition here, you could build a company that could be, really worth something. We talk about companies all the time where 1,000 people are going to jam into the mobile space or all this space, and maybe not so much. Someone talked about niches. This might be an interesting niche. So there you go. And so I liked it.
Any other feedback? Yes, Scott.
Good presentation. I liked it. One, it's simple. Your technology is simple. Two, you've bootstrapped for 2 years and proved the model. That's very good. That shows that you and your team understand the problem, and you're asking for capital to expand into a new market, but you're already experts. The problem obviously is gross revenue, size of markets and all that, but another reason I like it is back in the first days of the internet, the most successful company that we know here in San Francisco is Craigslist. And to me, it reminds me of Craigslist. So simple. Here's the candidate, here's the employer, and there's a billion people that can probably only text and don't have access to the internet. So I like it.
Good. Renee, please.
I liked it as well, and actually it was just quickly text a friend of mine who is also from Mozambique and asked him if he was familiar with the company. He's not right now, but doesn't mean he won't be in the very near future.
And you were thinking about moving here with funding, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sophia, please.
I really like the company also. I think it's a very interesting space, and I think that the future of Africa is very underappreciated. So that's another strong driver of the company.
Okay, thanks, Tiago.
Okay, you guys ready to vote? 1, 2, 3. We got 4, 4, 8, and 5 is 13, and 8 and 5 is 13. It sounds like 26. Congratulations. And from Mozambique, by way of Runway, Tiago with UX. All right.
Real motion.